Hi there everyone, it is currently the 15th of March 2012 and we're still watching a very intense monsoonal trough out here across northern Australia, even extending out towards Queensland today. But the main topic of conversation throughout the day today is going to be Tropical Cyclone Luau. Now Luau is currently up to a Category 2 cyclone, a very strong and potent system, and it's only expected to further intensify as conditions begin to improve in the upper levels here. Right now, though, the storm is expected to start to drift off towards the east-southeast here. And actually, if we pull up the current warning graphic for it, you can see that it is starting to make its U-turn, and then the forecast is expecting the storm to increase up to a Category 4 cyclone just prior to a landfall sometime Saturday afternoon to Saturday evening. So definitely going to be a very dangerous and potent system here. So what's going to be causing this U-turn here, and what are the conditions that you're going to be expecting out here? Well, actually, let's look at the forecasted charts from the Bureau of Meteorology over the next several. And one of the main players in this system is going to be this area of high pressure down here across central Australia. Now, as you can see here, so we go into Friday and the Saturday, that high is going to start to drift off here south of the Bight and away towards Tasmania here, and that's going to allow the system to push inland. And one of my main rules as far as forecasting tropical systems is they always like to run downhill, kind of like water flowing down a stream. Well, when that high pushes off, that monsoonal trough is going to drift a little bit farther towards the south here, also bringing a lot of rainfall with it as well. But also that cyclone is going to push inland, following that area of low pressure. So just one of those key thumb rules to always remember when forecasting tropical systems. And if we look at the model consensus or the overall ensemble here, all of them also porting out here just towards the east of Port Hedland. That's actually where JTWC has their track at. Most of the models a little bit farther off towards the east of that, including the GFS model, one of the more models that I like to use out as far as tropical systems. But all in all, though, as we go into the next several days, anywhere along the western coast here definitely needs to be expecting some gale force winds, that possibility of a storm surge out here, and also those very heavy and intense rainfall bands. And actually, if we look at microwave imagery at this current time, you can already see some of these very intense rain bands setting up here around this storm, and that's what's being indicated here in red. But I do want you to remember where these areas indicated in red also indicates possibility of some severe thunderstorms out across this entire storm here. And as that moves onshore, especially as it intensifies up to a Category 4 cyclone, there is a potential for some severe activity, including tornadic activity. Rain shouted tornadoes are always a big problem when you're talking cyclonic systems and their potency, especially in the outer rain bands. You may be away from that center of circulation, but even in the outer rain bands, those heavy rains and that severe weather still exist here. And actually, if we go in here to the next several days, specifically out till Friday and the Saturday, look how deep this look is. This is using the GFS model here, and you can really see the intensity of the storm. So it's definitely potentially going to be a very dangerous system out here. So definitely continue to check back with the Bureau of Meteorology, and if you are being evacuated or even voluntarily evacuated or asked to voluntarily evacuate, definitely would really take heed on this one, because the potential there is there for this one to be a very potent system. And actually, just for a demonstrate that, I want to pull up this observation map here, and these are all ship obs across the entire ocean here, and each one of these dots are indicating a buoy or a ship. Well, look around Tropical Cyclone Luau. Looks like no ships out across this entire region here. That is just demonstrating the fact that all these ships have gotten out of the way. There really is some rough seas out there right now, and all that energy is just going to carry on shore here on towards Western Australia. And then I would also like to show you here the other forecast graphic from the JTWC. That's the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, showing the system also intensifying up to a 90 gusting up to 110 knot system just prior to landfall here on Saturday afternoon to Saturday evening just east of Port Hedland. They're a little bit farther towards the west as the Bureau of Meteorology, but as I indicated, still about 2 days out here. So really this entire region here just needs to prepare. The worst hit area is likely going to be here in the right front quadrant. Always remember that. That's also accounting for the forward motion of the system plus the overall circulation. So that's where you're going to be seeing those highest winds, and also the potential for storm surge in this particular case would be just towards the east of Port Hedland here. Port Hedland itself, if this scenario did happen, would not be in the storm surge. But Look at this though, you're still seeing these winds above 50 knots and are actually 64 knots. That's what the center is indicating there. So definitely a very potent and dangerous system is going to be expected out of this. But I'm going to leave you here with this total precipitable water vapor imagery, just moisture being around the storm right now. A little bit of dry air being influenced in from the south, but overall it has all of this monsoonal trough moisture feeding into the storm and allowing it to further intensify. So definitely a lot of energy being stored up out here, and that could possibly be released with this tropical system. But that's all for right now, everybody. Thanks again for watching here at westernpacificweather.com. Also, please check in on OzCycloneChasers.com. They're going to be out there chasing the storm and definitely going to be bringing you continuous updates and possibly some videos out across this region as well. So please stay safe out there, everybody, and have a great day. Bye.